Morning Year 3, just a quick video to talk you through today's English task. So today we're looking at building some sentences. So basically, looking at the book, the picture of the book where Orion is scared of some of the sounds that are coming outside his window, and we did some work on what might have caused those sounds already. We did that in the lesson yesterday. So today we're going to look at building a sentence up about those sounds, what could have made those sounds. So the example you've got on the screen here is a cat, and then you build up an adjective. You could maybe even have a go at two adjectives to make a two-way sentence. So we've got a cat, and then it's described as jet black, and then we've got a prepositional phrase, which is in this case, a phrase that starts with, and then you pop it all together, a jet black cat with glowing emerald eyes, and then I put a preposition at the end to finish mine off, sat beneath the window. Okay, so then you get two sheets in your pack. You get this sheet and you get a second sheet for you to have a go. So on this one, for example, choose a noun. So if I click back up here, there are a few suggestions of nouns that might have made the sounds in the book. So there's a tap, a baby, a clock, a mouse, a cat, some rustling leaves maybe, or a toad or a frog. So you can pick any of those. So for example, I'm going to choose, sorry, that's the wrong screen. I'm going to choose a clock, okay? So in my noun, I would choose a clock. Then I'm going to think of a word to describe the clock. So if I go back up to the clock and have a look at it, and I'm going to try and come up with at least one describing word for the clock. So I'm thinking it looks like a very modern and I don't know, maybe black is a little bit boring, but okay. So a clock, and it's modern and it's black. Now I'm going to put a with clause in as well. So if I look back at my picture, can you see that the clock has got black hands? So I'm going to put with, in fact, I'm not going to use black again because I've already used it. So now I've got a clock, modern and black with straight hands. So now I'm going to turn that into a full sentence. So and now I'm going to put my describing words before my noun, because that's what we do. A modern black clock with straight hands. And then what could I end it with? If I put a prepositional phrase, where would I find a clock? I'm thinking I would find a clock hanging on the wall. So past tense, hung on the wall above the sideboard. Okay, so let's read it back. A modern black clock with straight hands hung on the wall above the sideboard. I've got a capital letter to start, I've got a full stop at the end, and my sentence makes sense. So I've read it back, I know it makes sense. I've got my noun in there, I've got my adjectives, my describing words, and I've got my prepositional phrase, which in this case I'm going to try and use phrases that have with in them. A modern black clock with straight hands hung on the wall above the sideboard. Okay, so when you've built your sentences up like that, you're going to have a go at building two further sentences by choosing a noun. Any from the story will do. There's some examples there as well to help you. Describing words, at least one, two if you can. Then a phrase that starts with, and then build it all together to make your exciting sentence. And you're going to have a go at doing that twice. Okay, hope that makes sense.